I cannot escape these at-home Pilates ads and this brand in general. And I got major tea about that we're gonna spill later on in the video. And confession, I love reformer Pilates. But what I don't love about it is the price tag. So is the solution this one-time $200 purchase of an at-home reformer machine instead of the $200 a class or month like reformers typically is? Well, I'm gonna test it to see if it is worth your time and money. Okay, step one, unbox this bad boy. Oh. Whoa. Instructions. Oh, it's electronic? Material is indeed plastic. I am shocked how light this is. Like, I expected to brace for impact. No. Slice a little of that. Are you dumb? Okay, there's absolutely no setup instructions except for using the timer. I know it seems simple, but... Okay, the only electronic part is this. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Oh, the tiniest screw in the world. The tiniest battery in the world. Oh no, did I already lose a screw? If you're wondering, oh, is this a spare battery? Well, thank you for the spare battery. All that hassle for nothing. I won't lie, the timer seems useless because we all use our phones, but we should all be off our phones. Okay, so this goes there. It'd be nice if there was instructions. Okay, that one's easy. Oh, God. In. Got this. This is just a mat for your knees, bands. Okay, just screw that. Ta-da! Okay, I was thinking about this when I was planning this video. I was like, oh, what am I gonna do for a workout program? But for day one, I'm just gonna provide the instructions and just gonna do each of the exercises they recommend. Downward dog. You most certainly do not need a reformer for a downward dog. Running plank. I cannot figure out these pedals. Okay, maybe they need to disconnect. Okay, let's go, girls. Oh, God. Okay. Closer you get to it, the more tension. You're gonna be taking these on and off the entire time, and I already can tell I'm annoyed. Reverse lunge. Hip to shoulder pull. Why can't we call it a bicep curl and shoulder press? I don't know. What kind of, whoop, whoop, gotta be standing. Ooh, that's some good tension at least. But there's only also one band, so if this is too light or too heavy for you, apparently not their problem. It's a you problem, it's a me problem. Cross leg slides. It actually stays. I thought it would like slide forward. Kind of a little. Like I could see this sliding forward and me face planting. Oh, that was the end. Initial thought, it feels like a kid's toy for adults in the sense, it's actually not as bad as I thought it'd be. The slide's kind of nice. The resistance bands are good. It is pure plastic. But first initial thought is I can't justify this price tag. Yes, it is cheaper than a reformer, but you could just get a pair of slides, a resistance band, and something for your knees. You don't even need a pad, just towels. And you could do that for under $20 Canadian. And you can even get the bougie ones for under like 40. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, day two. And I would say one of the most beneficial part of doing reformers Pilates is a good instructor, because the machines themselves are great, but it's really the knowledge that the instructor can do with the machine. And right now, I got no instructor. I've taken a lot of Pilates class, but I'm not gonna pretend I'm a certified Pilates instructor. So I could just go and try and make up a routine myself, but it probably wouldn't be that effective. And it just so far has given me 5 exercises. But I did notice elevates your workouts on the back. So let's download this and see if it actually gives workouts. See how easy you are. I don't like that the shop QR code is right beside it, because how many people are accidentally gonna scan the shopping app versus, I see what you did there. Honestly, kind of smart. The aesthetic of the app is gorgeous. I will say just the beige, it's nice. Okay, so right off the bat, you can start workouts, track calories, track steps. It's really trying to be all connected to your app, like Apple Health. I just want to get to the workout. No, Pilates Mini Reformer. Okay, right when you go to workouts, there's an option for Pilates Mini Reformer. So super user-friendly.
As you slightly bend your knees and hinge forward.
Already this does not compare to a reformer, just for the reason is like the slider's good, but one of the benefits of Pilates is the resistance. So it does have like the different levels, and one of the best ways to grow muscle and muscle tone is progressive overload, which you can do on a reformer because you can increase the weights, but there is no weights. So in essence, it's just a body weight exercise. See? It burns. No ability to progressive overload. Okay, example of resistance is the bands. But the irony is most of the exercises that will probably use the bands are upper body. And I feel most girls, that's not their focus. It's the booty, so yeah. Okay, I'll eat my words. They just showed how you can use this for some resistance. Yeah, I guess you could do donkey kicks. There's ways, okay. When using the band, there is some resistance. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Day 2 done, and it was a nice little resistance band booty pump. Kind of feels like when I actually do my mobility work to engage my glutes before a workout, which I normally skip because time. Okay, how are we gonna know if this is engaging muscles like a reformer? Now, this is not a perfect science because DOMS, so delayed onset muscle soreness, if you didn't know, like, you know how you're sore the next day after a workout, but you're like really sore 2 days after? That's what it is. Now, how sore your muscles are usually has nothing to do with how effective the workout is. But you can't deny that if you haven't done a certain type of workout in a long time, you do it again, you're sore the next day, you know you engage the muscles. And if any exercise on earth is great for that, it is Pilates. Like if I take time off Pilates and I do it again, the DOMs are like nothing else. Because that's Pilates. It's able to just engage so many little small muscles. It's just a specific type of exercise. Anything that you haven't really been doing, I feel, is the real cause of muscle soreness. And there's more science to it, but I won't bore you with that right now. But theoretically, if this was as effective as a reformer, I would have the DOMs really bad today, day 3, and can confirm absolutely not. There's no DOMs. Doesn't mean there wasn't anything. I'm just saying suspicious. All that work? Nothing? Nothing? I've been off my reformer game for a while just to save money. So I haven't done it for a long time. So if there's ever a time I would be sore from Pilates, it is now. And I'm not. Suspicious. Now, you might think it's a little weird that at no point have I mentioned the name of this brand and certain things are blurred out. There's a reason. This is a lot of tea. I am nervous to put this on the internet. I won't lie. This is a big company. They clearly have a lot of money from their ad spend. And I don't understand law. I'm not a lawyer. I don't have a lawyer. So I'm scared. So this is all alleged. This is just my opinion, my side of the story. I'm not saying these are true events. Just throwing this out there, allegedly. So I did another video testing one of their products, their apps. And in it, I had screen recordings of their app. And I got a very strongly worded email, a cease and desist saying, because it was copyright, me using the screen recordings of me using their app, that it was copyrighted. And therefore, they would proceed in court with this if I didn't take it down immediately. They'd send me a cease and desist, yada, 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 because I didn't have the right to use these images. So YouTube has a blur feature. So I immediately was like, oh my God, I'm so absolutely sorry. Like, of course, like, I don't want any problems. So I went and blurred everything, told them, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I did not sleep that night. And then they sent me back a very lovely email after saying, if you actually wanted a way to use our visuals in a video without it being a copyright issue, why don't we do a brand deal? Or, we could work together. In essence, they guilt tripped me to offer me a brand deal. So it's like, oh yeah, here, if you want to use it, cease and desist or brand deal. Now, of course, it could have just been like a cute little employee working there who said, hey, you got to go tell her to take that down. It wasn't the best, most positive review. So they got to take it down. They're like, maybe might as well just shoot a shot. So I will give them the benefit of the doubt. But still, I felt very violated that it was lawyer or brand deal. I'm like, can I just say neither? Which is what I did. So it's been a week. How am I feeling? Fine. Has it improved my running at all? Because I will say when I'm on my Pilates game, I do feel some benefits in my running. Nothing drastic, but some. And so far, my running is the exact same. Recovery is the same, strength, everything. I maybe feel like I'm engaging my glutes a bit more at the gym because I'm a bit more mindful. It does feel like a good warm-up. That's a long-worded way to say it's not really affecting my running. But something that does affect my running that can make or break a run is what's in this water bottle, which is electrolytes, which of course is today's sponsor. Now, some things you buy are plastic junk that will collect dust, and other things are something that becomes a healthy habit because it actually improves your life and you see the benefit. And one thing for me is electrolytes. When you're working out a lot, especially my runners, running season is coming and summer running season is coming. So if there's ever time you're going to sweat is the summertime and doing stuff like running. And of course, drinking water is important. We all know that, but it's not just drinking water. It is also making sure to get enough electrolytes, which is really the foundation of hydration, especially when you're sweating because you're sweating out salt. That's why your salt tastes salty. And of course, one of the reasons I love Element is its science-based ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. It is used by professional athletes in the NBA, NHL, NFL, and I just love it. It is the easiest healthy habit. I just put it in my water bottle around my workout time, and I can say, as a girl who used to get a lot of cramps, I have not had cramps since I do proper electrolyte supplementation. And I love it. It tastes good. Have them in my purse. You guys know it is my favorite healthy habit because it just makes water taste darn good, delicious. But that's not why you use it. It's just an added bonus. And of course, I'm not going to talk about it and not give you guys a code. If you go to drinkelementea.com/Keltie, you'll get one of their bestseller packets with your purchase. It's a great way to try the most popular flavors like my favorite, citrus, with your purchase. Once again, that's drinkelementea.com/Keltie. Thank you, Element, for sponsoring this video and all my workouts, because will this device collect dust? Stay tuned. But will my package of Element? No, because I will get to it, or my brother and family will get it when I'm not looking. Now, I thought it'd be important to actually just discuss the different forms of Pilates because I don't think the average person is aware of them because the name Pilates has lost all meaning. So there's three main forms of Pilates. One is classical Pilates, developed by Joseph Pilates about 100 years ago, and it was very clinical. It was rehab. I believe it was for soldiers coming back from injury, and there's a lot of exercises, but he had his 34 classical ones, and that's where Pilates came from. And then he started to design machines to help rehab his patients on, and that's where the reformer came. And so reformer and chair and a couple of the classical Pilates machines are really based in clinical diagnosis, rehabbing, injury prevention. And that's why it takes a higher level instructor to do those things. Now, there's something I'll classify under the umbrella of contemporary Pilates. So this has a lot of a dance influence. And I would classify mat Pilates under this. So this is when we do a mat class. And there is two different spectrums of a mat Pilates. There's the real clinical 34 exercises Joseph did. And then there's the modern one under contemporary mat Pilates, which is a lot of just body weight exercises with some Pilates. So it's a spectrum. I've seen everything. I've seen really clinical, and I've seen we're just working out on a mat and calling it Pilates. And then I will say the third one, which all the Pilates girlies, just be aware, the classically trained will be mad I classify this under Pilates because it is not Pilates, but the regular person thinks it is Mega Reformer. And so Mega Reformer is what you have at Legree and Solid Core, and it is not technically Pilates, but we call it Pilates because it looks like a reformer. It is a lot heavier, it's a lot more HIIT, it's a lot more resistance, it's a more just classic brunt workout, a lot less injury prevention. So there's the little spectrums of Pilates. And I think this might be what pisses me off about this is it's kind of none of them. It's really feeling just like a fancy looking way to use sliders and resistance bands and calling it Pilates. So this would be under contemporary mat Pilates with some of the exercises. So just know you can call it Pilates, they can call it Pilates, the Pilates people will be mad. And in that sentence, I just pissed off everybody. I think they might have it on a really sticky mat because mine slides a lot in these exercises. And then this is where the tea continues. Once again, this one is completely conspiracy theory. But I actually planned this video 2 years ago, a year ago, I can't remember, and I ordered a bunch of their products to test. And they never came. And I followed up and said, oh, where are these coming? And honestly, I forgot about it after a couple of months. And it was the same email I ordered this from attached to the email back and forth. So I'm like, oh, suspicious. Suspicious that my package just never showed up. And they're like, Keltie, but did this time? Yeah, I used a different email. It's funny how it showed up this time. Now I was in Sunsville. Shipping is crappy there, so it could just be that. Once again, conspiracy theory. But yeah, there's a little T on the brand, and that's why the brand's name is not mentioned. But you'll probably get an ad read, probably 3, 2, 1. That'd be funny. That would be really funny. But yeah, there's a little T. And so if I'm really salty, it's because I felt threatened and I'm still scared. Please do not do this again. I cannot afford a lawyer. Me contemplating if I should post this video. And day 14 workout done. But something also important, because a lot of the reason people would be interested in getting this is just space. As someone who lived in a 400 square foot apartment for most of their adulthood, I feel space. And this is a lot easier than having a reformer. So let's see how much it can pack up. Okay, that packed up real nice and easy. I will say, as someone who lived in a tiny apartment, even this will take up space because you're like, cool, I have a dresser and that's all the storage I have. So I'm like, it still doesn't take up nothing, but it's definitely a lot less than a lot of other equipment, but it definitely takes up more space than 2 sliders and a resistance band, which could fit in your purse. So final results. How are my DOMs? Never got them. Of course, that doesn't mean no muscle growth happened, but seems suspicious. How strong I felt in the gym? Same. Did I improve my mobility? Actually, I will give it this. Because I was doing this, I felt like more warmed up. Like I felt like it was good glute engagement, like glute activation, like any resistance band I do. So I feel that was good. And that was probably good for my running. Didn't have any tight hips. That's why I love Pilates. Specifically, it just kind of helps me with engaging proper muscles when I run and work out. And you can also do that through like glute activations before a workout. Do I think this is better than the Reformers Pilates you're gonna have at a Pilates studio? No. Do I think it's comparable to a Reformer Pilates in a studio? No. The likelihood of this collecting dust out of 10 is a solid 8 to 9 in my personal opinion for one of 2 reasons. 1, you don't really enjoy it that much and so it collects dust. 2, it is plastic, so the likelihood of it breaking, high. But also, would we all love to have an at-home Reformers Pilates instructor come in every day? Yeah. But guess what? This same brand has an at-home Reformers Pilates machine, but it's like $2,000 and a lot of the high-end ones are like $10,000. So yeah, definitely out of 99.9% of our budgets. Plus, even if you got the machine, need a Pilates instructor to teach it, so you have to add that cost on. So is this an alternative? Yeah, like nothing was inherently wrong. It did a lot of things, but it was really limited with the bands. I do think you would get a ton of a better, more efficient workout with buying some sliders and buying multiple different resistance bands and learning that it takes up less space. You're limited to the amount of exercise that you can do within this. So that's the one thing, it's kind of limiting. But I will say something. As someone who is a YouTuber, who went to school for both science and marketing, but for marketing, we cannot deny the magic that is packaging. We talk a lot about the placebo effect on this channel, and there is something about romanticizing things you're doing. So guess what? I could tell you to get this resistance band. I could tell you to get these sliders. And you know what? That sounds clinical. That sounds boring. You know what sounds boring? Drinking a glass of water. You know what's nicer? Out of your nice, cute little cup that you drink every day, a little water. And guess what's going to make you drink the water? Yes, so sometimes I think health can be really boring. It can be clinical. And I'm always going to recommend the clinical, best, healthy things. I'm always going to have science-based ones, recommendation. But also I'm realistic that the science-based things are pretty dang boring. So how do we spice it up? And for some people, this might be the spice it up because you romanticize it. It's not just sitting at home doing some resistance band things. You go to a little reformers Pilates, you put on a cute outfit, you put on some songs, a little Sabrina Carpenter, a little Taylor Swift, and you are in the mood and you're getting a little bit of resistance training, and therefore I would approve it. But when you do those things, you have to be self-aware and educated that you're doing that. I do this all the time to myself, but we sit here and we say, I know I'm tricking myself. I am hiding spinach in my pasta sauce to my child, and that child is me, and it is just me dressing up my workout to make it feel like a fun activity. And if that is why you buy it, do. But with the caveat, it is not as effective as a resistance band, not as effective as normal Pilates. It will still take up a little bit of space, and it is solid plastic. But if it gets you to do some form of resistance training and mobility, I'm here for it. And that is my synopsis. Will this collect dust? Yes. Will I bring it out probably for a YouTube prop at some point? Yes. And there's that. Let me know down in the comments any other fitness things you guys would like me to review. And also, if you have this and you genuinely love it, comment down below, because I am only one person. One of my favorite things about my channel is the comment section can also be a little review forum. So, head on down there, see other people's opinions. Some people will agree and some won't. And moral of the sunny is moral of the sunny. Sunny of the moral. There's no sun outside. I don't know what I'm saying. Is this worth your time and money? I don't think so. I don't think so. Have a great day. Go pet dog. Love you guys. Bye.